Assalamu alaikum class 7. Today I'm going to explain you the second chapter. As I already told you in the first one, that how Mr. Bingley met Bennet's family, and he could not meet them properly, but when they met on a ball, they were all the family members were very happy to meet Mr. Bingley. He was not alone. He had brought his friend Mr. Darcy and his two sisters Lisa and Caroline, and they were very happy to see the ball. There, he had also brought his friend Mr. Darcy. His friend was very rich, so all the people looked at him with great admiration. They were happy to see him, but when they found him very proud, and Mr. Darcy did not dance with anyone, he danced with only Bingley's sisters, and he did not speak to anyone. But Mr. Bingley was different from Mr. Darcy. He danced every dance and he had a great fun, and he was very sorry when the ball was over. At that time he promised that he was going to give the ball whenever he got a proper time. And as they were talking to each other, Mr. Darcy was standing alone in a corner, and Elizabeth was also sitting in one corner. So both of them were not dancing, and at that time his friend suggested him to dance with Elizabeth, but he criticized Elizabeth and said that she was not pretty enough to dance with. At the time, Elizabeth was very sad because he insulted her, but she did not show, and she went away home. When they went there, now all the Bennet's family was very unhappy, and they told Mr. Bennet that how did he insulted Elizabeth. At that time, uh, they all felt very sad at Mr. Darcy's behavior. Now in the second chapter, when next day all the Bingley family came to Netherfield Park, and there they met Elizabeth and Jane. Elizabeth thought that both of them were not good women, but Jane liked them, and both of the Bingley sisters, they did not like Elizabeth. They thought that Elizabeth did not know how to speak, and she could not talk properly. And they also thought that mother was very dreadful. She was a very bad woman. They only liked Jane, and they both of them talked to Jane, and they wished to spend more of the time with Jane. So Jane was very happy. It was because Mr. Bingley liked Jane, and maybe that's why they admired only Jane. When they went away at the time, Elizabeth's friend came to their house, and both of them started having discussion about the relationship between Jane and Bingley. At that time, Elizabeth told her friend, her name was Charlotte, that Jane liked Mr. Bingley, but she did not tell about it to him. And she said that she should tell about her feelings, because it's better to tell about her feelings to him, otherwise he would not know that she liked him. And how would she marry him if she would not tell about it? So both of them had a discussion about Jane, and both of them have different opinions. Elizabeth said that it is not compulsory to spend more time with a person whom she wanted to marry. And at that time, as they were discussing Bingley and Jane, Mr.